We'll see. Okay, I might pause during this as well, so we'll figure it out. The murderer definitely getting in. Yep, you're getting fucked, man.
First started playing World of Warcraft. Remember that feeling when you first started playing World of Warcraft? You'd race home from school, throw your backpack on your bed, get on the computer, sit down, and...
Oh.
Cinema. Now, regardless of when you started playing, we've all had that feeling of not knowing what's over that mountain, what challenge is next, what piece of gear may be the next big upgrade that some random boss in a dungeon just so happened to drop. The mystery of what was out there kept you firmly locked in, wondering what was next. And I think, or hope so at least, that Classic Plus can give us that feeling back.
Bro, I could talk about Classic Plus every day for the next 2 years. I could do it.
国服目前还没有任何关于 Plus 的这个讨论，所以说有没有现在还不清楚。
I love Classic, and I want the best version of Classic WoW to be available for the people that want to play it forever.
I want there to be a resource for Blizzard to be like, okay, look, maybe a ton of people want this or a ton of people don't.
Hey guys, I'm Jordy, and Classic Plus...
Okay, first of all, who is this guy? Have anyone heard of this guy before? Because, like, I saw a tweet from this guy, and he was like leaking some sort of Classic Plus things. Jordy. Yeah, I started following him. And he leaked some Classic things. And some say that he had some relationship with Blizzard or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I saw this tweet. This is the tweet I saw. He said, soon TM, not TBC, even better. Rhymes with smash stick smooth. So Classic Plus, what? So he leaked this. Which is like Kazakh or something in the portal. And he's like, oh, this is Classic Plus or something. Everyone's like, oh shit, this is Classic Plus. So everyone thought this guy is like some sort of Blizzard guy. Who is he? Is he just a creator or what? Jordy's an OG? Really? You guys actually knew about this guy before this? He streams quite a lot. Now people know who he is. Okay, maybe I'm just fucking an idiot then. He's just a creator, but he has convos with devs. This is what I'm saying. What do you mean he has convos with devs? So this is an actual leak. This is an actual leak of Classic Plus or what? That some dev sent him like, hey, you of all people should leak this. Or what? I don't know. Look at his YouTube channel. Twitch.tv/
Yo, I got everything. Vera, Aki, can you summon me real quick?
Like, he's not like huge, you know what I mean? Why does he have connection with devs of all people? Why don't it, like, and why is he of anyone, and he is the one who's leaking Classic Plus? I just don't understand. But maybe it'll make sense when we watch this. I don't know.
As of this video's release, hasn't officially been announced yet, but thankfully, it does look like we're gonna get it. Blizzard has dropped hint after hint after hint that they're working on something big with the community. Frost has dropped hint after hint after...
Okay, last pause. Let's go to... Also, why am I blocked by fucking Agrand on Twitter? Why am I blocked? What the fuck did I do? Why fuck me for? What the fuck? The fuck did I do, dude?
Hint that they're working on something big, with the community frothing at the mouth to figure out exactly what that is.
所以暴雪能不能智能起来？现在立刻马上把 Plus 2.0给我端上来！
Yes, we all want it, but the question I kept running into as I started thinking about a series about Classic Plus, what exactly is Classic Plus? No, really, I'm asking you, person watching this video, what is Classic Plus to you? Okay, think about your answer because we'll come back to you in a sec, but since this is my YouTube video, stay with me here. When I started asking myself that question, I ended up having many conversations with a very good friend of mine, Only.
Hey, I'm Only. I created the Hardcore All-Stars tournament where Blizzard announced official hardcore servers.
Yeah, I just want to own the server. That's what I want to do.
Nerd.
I think I saw him doing the hardcore thing.
Way back in unofficial hardcore WoW when he killed my priest in Strat UD. Thank you.
Shackle the gargoyle if it gets you.
Yeah, I will. The diamond.
LOS all the way behind this wall. We should LOS all the way behind the wall.
I'm netted. Yo, help me get out. I really need help.
Hey, we don't shoot.
Healing.
Dude. Look, I still argue that wasn't my fault. So
Okay, it's a bit
a
little bit cringe, but yeah.
In Classic Plus, but we kept bumping into a few issues. First, why should anyone care what one person
What is this rendering? What the fuck?
thinks Classic Plus should be? Sure, we've got a bunch of ideas. We've got our non-negotiables and dreams for what this game could be, but we're not alone in that.
I wanted to be able to flesh out our ideas because talking about things and thinking about things is a good way to figure out what we actually want.
If they ever do Classic Plus, I would love to see them do it like in the spirit of Classic.
You know what I would like to see in Classic Plus?
Classic Plus.
Classic Plus.
Classic Plus.
There's no discussion about Classic Plus. I mean, there is, but like there's no real hub.
And Soda is right. There isn't. Old School RuneScape has this great polling system. Jagex asks the community if they should do some new feature or make some new change, and the community votes on whether or not they want that thing to happen. But Blizzard isn't gonna do that. They're either too proud or too scared to offer up the reins of what Classic Plus might be to the community. But we care a lot about this game, and while the developers have their reasons for doing what they're doing, we wanted to take matters into our own hands and figure that out ourselves. What do we, as the community, think Classic Plus should be? So we took the initiative and we made.
So he means we, the casual players. It doesn't mean an actual like hardcore player that plays this game and are really passionate about it. He means the casual players there.
It happened. Introducing the entirely fan-made, with no input from Daddy B whatsoever, WoW Classic.
It means Reddit.
Plus, a place where we've gone through everything that we could think of to ask you, Intrepid Adventurer, what you want to see.
So right now you can head over to the website and start taking some surveys. An intro survey followed by a bunch of smaller ones covering every aspect of the game we could think of, from zones to PvP to raids and even itemization. Once you're done, you'll be able to see how your answers stacked up with the rest.
Okay,
of the
that's good, I
community.
guess. Then you'll see. Then you get results.
You to offer up your big ideas and pitches on the content pages. Now,
Okay, so you can see the results, what everyone thinks after you do it, the survey, or that's what I understand when it says this. It means everyone, but yeah, mainly the Redditors and forum posts. Yeah, that's what I think too. He's talking to the casual people now.
To give your best ideas up to the community, where people can then vote up or down, and soon enough, the best ideas will be known.
Oh no.
Now, speaking of best ideas, in my previous life, I wrote television. So narrative is super important to me to keep me grounded in the reason I'm doing something. And to me, Classic Plus doesn't really make any sense. Why would the game just change from what it became to what we want to see? And then it hit me. Did you guys know that Doomlord Kha'Zix is actually the guy who opened the Dark Portal to...
Why does it have to be some sort of lore-related thing? Why does it have to be lore correct that we get this? Why can't we just get more content to a base game that is already really fucking good? Why does he have to do a lore thing about this?
Outland that enabled TBC. Now, imagine with me, if you will.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this, man? Okay.
Waited far too long for my revenge.
Also, this is what he tweeted about. So he was teasing his own thing or what? So it's actually it wasn't actually Classic Plus that he tweeted about. That's what I'm getting now. Skip this part, is gear cringe. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll just watch it. Fuck it. Yay! Why does it have to make it sense lore-wise? Oh, here it is. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the Twitter thing. I don't have it open now, but okay. So he was just teasing his own render. What? Okay, so this is actually not Classic Plus. Okay. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. I'm not gonna skip. I'm still gonna watch it, you know.
Will conquer all.
I'm out of range.
Wow. Kha'Zix dies from one catapult shot. And the whole and everything just exploded. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense lore-wise. One catapult shot and he died. Why does it look... It's over the dark part destroyed. So what now?
Okay, so that's what I want to see that explains why we're getting Classic Plus, at least narratively. The Dark Portal is destroyed during Kha'Zix's attempt to open it to Outland, changing the future of Azeroth
Oh
forever.
my god,
and right
bro.
here, we've pitched everything that you just saw on the website. And for subsequent videos, the most upvoted or community favorite ideas that you, yes you, person watching this video, submit could be selected to be fully animated into something like you just saw, featured alongside a bunch of other content that people have pitched. And look, maybe you think this idea sucks, or you're a glorious red shirt guy and can explain in the lore why none of that Kha'Zix idea makes any sense.
But why does it have to be lore?
Come tell
Okay,
us,
sorry.
up or downvote it. Then head over to the Discord where we built a place to house all of the discussion, and together we can figure this out. And to top it all off, as you interact with the website, your rank on the Discord goes up. Pretty cool. So, complete the surveys, check out and vote on other people's ideas to help filter out the good ideas from the bad, and maybe even pitch an idea of your own.
And to help get that process started, we've posted all our content ideas that you can react to and use as your starting point. From a
Okay.
whole phase schedule to new talent trees that keep classes unique while
New talent trees?
removing clunkiness. We'll talk about all of that soon, but for now, you can go to the website and check it all out.
Oh, and we translated the entire
Oh,
website
no, man.
to Chinese for them as well. They're going to be playing this
韩国资本主义的铁拳吗？还有那个运营反馈速度 ，Look my eyes，多向煤火学习。
because let's face
What
it,
the fuck?
Classic WoW isn't Blizzard's game anymore. It's ours. So let's act like it. Strap in because we're about to find out what Classic
I can't... I keep looking at his perfectly rectangle head. He has such a perfect rectangle head.
Plus really means. Welcome to the Classic Plus project.
Haven't we done this before?
Okay, is this just like cinema things? Why does it look a little bit off? It's like very dark. Dalaran. I mean, at one point, I understand what he's saying. He's saying that it has to make sense somewhat lore-wise for them to like I get what he's saying, but he doesn't have, you don't have to like have a reason to give more content. That's what I mean. There's already so much things that hasn't been done in the map that is already like, you can like choose like 20 different things, like Hydral, you can do Oldham, you can do Ashara things, you can do like there's so like, I don't know all the lore of WoW or whatever, but you don't need to come up with something new to change the story. Like what tell me what was the lore about Sod? What was the lore about finding all these runes? You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be any extra. Just use what all the Classic already has. Shadow Step. Yeah, I saw that too. Trust me, Blizzard won't do a single thing that community decides on here. Look at the map. They made it's under content. Okay. I'm going to do the survey first. I'm going to do this correct, and then we'll look at everything. Sorry. What I don't like is that the guy's 100% doing that for himself, but make it seem like it's for the community. Just be honest about your intentions, and the community will follow if it's good. It's a big difference from what he is doing and from what... Remember what Soda did? Soda petition WoW Classic. Like Soda did some sort of petition where he and ex-developer they did a bunch of like they gathered some sort of what was it? And he didn't make like all this other extra. He just wanted Classic Plus to happen. So he just went there, made one video, say, hey, listen up, we have to fucking do something, otherwise it's not gonna happen. But this is this seems a bit extra to do. A little bit, you know, over the top, just to be like make it more cool or whatever. Okay, we built this website to ask you exactly that. Our team, led by Jordi, okay. Our team wants to help us all better understand communities, vision for ever-evolving World of Warcraft plus Classic experience. Give your thought in our in-depth survey, share your ideas. Okay, cool. Join our Discord to rank up as a participate on the site. Whoa. Okay, Classic survey. Start intro. We think this is be a great place. Let's put some music on. We'll be asking you questions in 4 sections. 1, demographics and server game settings, in-game settings, game settings, in-game settings, the world and the player. Most questions are optional. However, the first handful are required so we can gather demographic data. And do with what? Where are you sending this data? Yeah, gathering data is super cool and useful, but this party is 100% to show his skill and promote himself or something. I mean, I don't know who he is. That's why I asked, and I haven't seen his stream or his videos ever. So the only thing I saw about him was when he was leaked some sort of Classic Plus, which now isn't a leak, I guess. So he was just like trying to hype it up. Okay. Which faction do you usually play? I usually play Horde. Whichever is best for Raid Arena this expansion. I played the one that my friends played the most, but I guess that's not an answer. I guess which is Biz. Which race would you consider your main? Feel free to pick multiple. My main is gnome and undead. Or whichever is best for the thing I'm doing, yes. What class do you consider your main? Feel free to pick multiple. Mage. How old are you? Ooh, this is a big leak here. I am in this bracket, guys. Jesus. I am in here. God damn it, man. I kind of wanted to be here, but I'm not. How often do you play WoW each week? Less than weekly in inactive, a few hours a week, over 10 hours every day. I play a lot. Ankh as hell. How is 31 to 36 Ankh? This is Ankh though. If you're here, you're cooked. Yikes. Holy shit, you guys were fast at typing that. God damn it, man. You're all a bunch of Zoomers, man. Which is your experience with the various interactions of Vanilla, Classic, World of Warcraft? Check all that. Yes, I played the original. I've never played. I have. Private servers, yes. Zoom, yes. Classic Anniversary, yes. Relaunch, yes. Sold, yes. Never played one. What role do you usually play? DPS or healer? Okay, DPS then. 26 to 30 bracket feels young, man. Yeah, I want to be in this bracket. And only 2 more years and I'm fucking in this bracket. Okay. What region do you play from? EU. Which of following labels describe you? Choose as many as you feel is accurate. PvP player. Auction house gamer. What the fuck? Transmog hunter. Well, who hunts transmogs in Classic? What? I mean, a hardcore raider, I guess. I raid the top percent. I guess that's hardcore. How likely are you to play Classic Plus? It depends what it is, but obviously I'm gonna play it, so I can't wait to log in. Would you pay a box fee for Classic Plus? If so, how much? Yeah, I probably would, because it's Blizzard, and if it's actually a game that has been like tested and shit, I would probably play like $40 or $60. But see, like there's no way they will slap a $60 fucking option. There's no way. So probably like $40, I guess. Is my highest. Just because I know this won't happen. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you feel about Classic Plus if they changed how the game looked via Unreal Engine graphics? Well, do they mean like Turtle WoW or what? Because Turtle WoW did some dumb things with like some Unreal Engine memes. Turtle WoW Unreal Engine. It looks so bad, man. Like, this is Corey fucking throwing light bulbs at the... You can't see anything, bro.
About to see is early alpha footage. Now join.
Yeah, this wasn't it, man. Everything is just... Nah, this wasn't it. They don't have to do much about graphics. All they have to do is just like make everything look a little bit more prettier, but there's an aesthetic with how bad the graphics are. And there's a reason why no one Classic players really play on like high graphics. Because it doesn't really make... Like, it doesn't matter. It's supposed to look like it's old. It's supposed to look like it's... Like, it's not supposed to be a fucking insanely enhanced engine or whatever. It just needs to, like polish a little, like they did on Classic, the revamp or whatever. That was fine. But even that, some of the things like the high grass and high things was like pretty kind of shitty. So you kind of turn it off instantly. Because it's just too extracting. It's just too much shit everywhere. They just need to make it like look more polished, I guess. Which even there, I rather they didn't do anything, just keep it as Classic 2019 was, because that was kind of perfect. Don't change the fucking characters, don't change the environment too much, because then it just turns into another bad thing. So this is just way too much fucking crap. It's not it, man. It really is not it. Keep the graphics 2004. But why not say keep the graphics as 2019? It's one. Modern WoW character models. Oh my god. If they make the fucking retail models, I'm gonna crash out. Keep it classic. Modern WoW spell effects? No. Modern WoW UI. What is the new UI? Do they mean like the retail UI, or what do they mean? Because player target frames, action bars, and nameplates you change with add-ons anyways. So like, do they mean retail UI or? I read it as retail UI. Yeah, okay, then well, no. Because you don't change this with you don't change player target frames with well, you always do it with add-ons, so I don't understand that question. How would you like Blizzard to handle the server rollout? This is never gonna work anyways. It's always gonna be crash. It's always gonna be like queue system doesn't work. It's always a shit show. And it's fine as long as it works after a while, but it's always gonna be a shit show. Many servers at launch, some PvP, some PvE, a couple RP like Vanilla Classic. Yeah, but at the same time it was kinda annoying because the PvP community, the people that actually wanted to play versus good guilds or whatever, they had to coordinate in like Discords and shit. It's like, oh, let's pick this one. And then let's say they had like, let's say they had like 3 servers, and then everybody's like, yeah, let's pick this one because it has a good name, and this one is gonna be the PvP. But what happened was, this one maybe came out not here. It came out 3rd. So everyone's like, oh, I want to play. I want to go here, but we said we should pick this one. But so it's like, it needs to be more information how these servers come out and how the names come out. Because it's always like a shit show in the beginning, knowing what server you should play or what guilds actually play. Because you don't want to end up in a dead server. So, I mean, this works, but yeah, it's a shit show. A condensed server list like in SOD with consolidation happening over time. Well, that's basically it then, I guess. What I just explained. 1 mega PvP server with faction balance enforced, and 1 mega PvE server with no faction balance enforced. Only 1 mega server PvP that lets players opt in. And oh my god, holy shit, what is this? Please no. Bro. No. We're not gonna do this opt in and opt out meme, dude. Save zones in towns. Jesus, bro. 1 mega PvP server with faction balance enforced. Faction balance. Oh, so like, yeah, you can't create Horde if there's more Horde than Alliance. I mean, this is the only thing, I guess. But the thing is, it's never gonna work with 1 mega PvP server because it's just gonna lag into shit. So this will never work. I wish there was no opinion. I have an opinion, but can I write my own opinion somewhere? this will never work because it was like Blizzard doesn't own the technology to have one mega server. So the only thing you can do is this. Oh yeah, with 1,000 layers maybe it works, but this is the only thing that works, but it's still a shit show, but it still works. Streamer server, let's go. Yeah, no opinion, but I would like to join Asmongold's server, please. I think Sodmal is biz. A condensed server list like in Sod with consolidation happening over time. A condensed server list like in Sod with consolidation happening over time. So they're adding servers over time, but then the servers that is being added just gets really bad over time. Like they like it's not hard to do this and say we're gonna drop 5 PvP servers and we're gonna launch them all at the same time, or we're just gonna launch one. Because last time what happened was as I said, they announced multiple names of servers. And then there was like only one that was up, and you were waiting for the other one that everybody was going to go on, and it didn't come up. And I was like, what the fuck? So they like added one until that was full and one until that was full. Just add a bunch of servers, and say what order they will drop. I think this is the only answer. This doesn't work. This just makes all other servers die after a while. One mega PvP servers with faction balance. Same here. It's not going to work with just one server. So, and this is the most brain dead thing as well. Opt in, opt out from PvP. Like what the fuck? What the fuck is this? This is the classic project survey, which we're taking a long ass survey about Classic Plus. So few servers and servers closing if people are quitting, squeezing them together. Consolidate means they merge when service pop is low. But who determines what is low and what is high then? It doesn't work in my brain that in an active game that like are they gonna merge with each other that like 2 low one is gonna make 1 high? I don't get that. It doesn't make sense to me. Where do I take this? Can you link after? Yeah, I will link after. How do you feel in Classic Plus had an element of seasonal servers, resetting every couple of years? Like fresh is fine. Yeah, it depends a lot on a lot of factors, I think, for me. Because you don't want to invest time into something that is too fast. I don't want to invest a character and there's a 1-year server and I know this character is not like gonna go anywhere, or like I don't know. I like fresh, man. Fuck it. I actually like fresh. So I think it shouldn't be super long. I think fresh should I really like fresh. How would you feel about layers in Classic Plus? Yes, I would like 500 layers so the servers work and I can compete with other players. Should the size of raids be reduced from 40? No, I don't think either it should reduce. Like, reduce required raid size, but implement flex raiding so we can bring more players and the challenge stays the same. And I don't, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't really give a fuck about raids. Like, raids is cool and all, and there's like all this new stuff, but if raids are like the raids were in SOD, then no. I just want the game to be the same, but get more content, but don't make the content change too much so it's a different game. Reduce required raid size to 20 and allow me to bring more than 20 if I want, like in SOD. I feel like this can be abused. And it's hard to, I feel like it's very hard to balance this, like. I don't think there's a problem getting 40 people. I don't think that's the raid problem. I like that it's 40. But maybe give more loot or something then, if that's the problem. That is too high a number. But that's also kind of the thing about vanilla. It's fun that everyone doesn't have everything. If everyone just gets all the loot, like, that's also what happened with SOD. Everyone had fucking everything in the raid. So it really meant nothing to get a piece of loot at the end, because it's just so much items that drop. Yeah, I don't see it really. I like it when you see someone having something special and you're like, holy shit, that guy has that weapon. No way. He must be like the only one on the server that has, you know what I mean? It should be hard to get these things. It shouldn't be easy. Should Dungeon Finder be implemented? I don't really give a fuck about Dungeon Finder. We already have it. As long as it doesn't teleport you. Yeah, but only to group you. It's still up to you to get the child. Yes. And the Dungeon Finder right now is really bad. Anyways. Should Summon Stone outside of Dungeons raid be implemented? No. Should there be heroic dungeons? No. Should there be rated PvE in Classic Plus? I don't really care. As long as it doesn't give extra gear that you have to do these things with, that you have to use in PvP, that is like broken or whatever. As long as like some gear is not locked behind, like the top 100 only gets this item or whatever. Otherwise, I don't really have an opinion. Should they be rated PvP in Classic Plus? Well, I'm happy you said this because I am making rated duels happening. Hell yeah, guys. We are launching Era Duel League very, very soon. We already have some gamers in here. We're going to test it. We're going to get a lot of people in there. You can join in the queue. You get matched up with someone. You duel. You report the results. There is a tracking leaderboard. And there is prizes. So yeah. Guys, if you're interested in dueling on Era, hit me up with a DM or on Discord and we get you in. We'll launch it very soon, I think. Yeah, I don't... it depends, like rated battlegrounds. These are all very different, right? Like arenas, there's no arenas in Classic, so I don't really know what I should say about that. But dueling leaderboards, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Rated battlegrounds, I don't really care about rated battlegrounds, so... But I think there should be some sort of system for PvPers to strive to get better at. Should AoE looting be implemented? No. What features of world buffs would you want to see in Classic Plus? Check all the plus. No world buffs ever. World buffs don't belong in raids. Jesus. I'm fine with Chrono Boons, even though I think I actually... The thing is, Chrono Bone makes it so you don't have to be logged out for a day on your characters. So this system works, and you shouldn't, like... People have already accepted it. It got so much shit already. And it's already accepted enough that I feel like I feel like it's fine. Even if it's pretty dog shit, it's still fine. Non-dispellable. I hate this. Alternate sources of world buffs. Purchable consumers like in Sod. No. Weaker world buffs. No. More varied world buffs. No changes to the vanilla buff system. I like how it is. It's fine. Getting world buffs makes the world feel so much more alive, even if it's annoying as fuck to get them. Yeah. The thing is on eras, it's like the only thing that people does now to go outside is take world buffs. So it makes you actually move your ass out of the city. How would you feel if Classic Plus trimmed the capabilities of add-ons or weak auras? Why, dude? Yeah, I prefer them how they are. Like, leave them the fuck alone. It's so much like retail. Like, why are we taking all these questions from retail? This has nothing to do with Classic. Why even like bring this up? Like I can probably more like play. I wouldn't. It just annoys me, man. Like fucking just can we just create a game that is the same but has more shit in it? Like how hard can it be? Should mount level requirements be lowered? No. Should flying be limited? Bro, like Jesus Christ, man. I don't care enough about PvE to have opinions on that, to be honest. I like how that don't really care and no opinion. Yeah, there should be another box where you can write your own shit. But I guess that's harder to track. Should guild banks be implemented? No opinion, I don't really care. Should Classic Plus have achievements? It could be a way to get people, like everything that makes people go out in the world more. I'm all for. So achievements I don't really care about. If I think about it like right now, I don't feel like I feel about it that bad. Yeah, it could probably be a good thing, but if it's not too much annoying thing that pops up every level you do, everything, like cool achievements maybe, like feats of strength or like, I don't know. Should reputation be streamlined, made easier to level? Should reputations be streamlined, made easier to level? No. How do you feel about adding transmog to Classic? No, transmog bad. Really fucking bad. This doesn't belong in Classic. You're supposed to see what the fuck you are against. You're supposed to see what this cool guy just got, and he's supposed to flex it around. I don't think transmog has anything to do with Classic. Should a separated collections inventory be implemented? Toys, mounts. Don't really care. It depends what toys is. Is that trinkets as well? Or what do you mean toys? What is toys in Classic? Transfer with the option to not see it, perfect mix. Let the people dress up if they want. Yeah, I mean, sure. But you can kind of say that about everything then. You know what I mean? Like, implement a shit ton of mounts, but have a box that you can't see them, or like, you can kind of say that about everything. And I think you need to say like a hard no or yes. Transport doesn't affect gameplay though. Yeah, but mounts doesn't affect gameplay either. Now, I'm not saying fly mount. I mean like other like store mounts or things like that. Cosmetic mounts, you can buy mounts or whatever. All those things could be said, and then say, hey, if you don't want to see this, you can opt out. But what does toys mean? If it's trinkets as well, I mean, are we making the game to make it easier for everybody, or are we making the game something new? Because for a new player, I think it's probably kind of annoying to have 25 trinkets in your inventory when you PvP. It has to have some sort of balance where, like, getting all these new players in and making it a little bit maybe easier, but also not ruin the experience for people that have played it before. Good if I cares about mount. I mean, just because you don't care about it, a lot of people probably cares about it and probably would buy a shit ton. A lot of people do. Why do you think people run CG to get the Tiger Raptor? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that love to farm that shit. I don't care because I have iMorph, but yeah, that's another thing. Should Classic Plus be allowed gold DP? Yes. But we need to do something to make it so people don't stand in the city all the time because of gold DPs. Gold DPs doesn't ruin the economy. It ruins the world, but it doesn't ruin the economy. Should the level cap ever be increased from 60? I don't think it should, if I'm going to be honest. Because increasing things like levels makes the values of everything go up, right? So health, damage, like all of these things go up if you raise it. So I don't think so. Sod kind of made it really, I don't know, the increasing of leveling all the time, and you had to always level up and level up. New things come up, so you have to level up. It got to a point where, okay, it's too much, man. I don't think it should be. I think, and I don't think it should be like Sod had, where you capped it at certain levels. Should Castles have new zones? Yes. Yes, they should. 100% they should. If yes, where in Azeroth or beyond would be okay with you for these zones to be? Would be okay with you for these zones to be? Where in Azeroth would be okay with you for these zones to be? Holy shit, this sentence I feel like it's really hard to read. Only one on the main two continents. Anywhere in Azeroth. Anywhere in Azeroth and any other planet dimension is fine. Jesus. Only the main two continents. Should new content be added for leveling, quests, low level zones, dungeons? I mean, with new zones and new leveling, I don't see why not. I think it should add more quests, more more things to do. Maybe a different type of leveling. Maybe PvP leveling. Maybe, you know, add all these other things that you can do to get experience. Should leveling be sped up? No. Should there be more class-specific quests? I don't really care, man. I don't think so. They doesn't need to be more. They just need to redo all of those that are very lackluster. Like mages, for example, doesn't do any class-specific quests. They don't need to do anything. So either change them or do something else. I don't know. Add Margus boosting. Class-specific quests were very cool in Sod, to be honest. Rogue quest was banger. Yeah, I mean, if they don't need to add more to it. They just need to redo them to fit the classic style and give them maybe, or buff the items or something. I guess I have no opinion. Should there be more epic questlines? Like, no, bro, we don't need Shiv. I don't think so, man. I mean, I guess it depends what content there is, right? I guess no opinion. Which of the following best describes how would you like to see change in Classic Plus to old raids? I prefer the old raids exactly how they are. Oh, how they were, easy. Tune them as needed for any change in player power, but keep the spirit. This is also like the player power. If you change it too much, it's just gonna be weird. But keep the spirit of the original raid. Add more complex, difficult mechanics. Do all of the above, plus add new bosses and areas within them. I don't know, man. New things is cool, but it's also, you know... I think the raids should be how they are now, but then add new raids in these new zones. We don't need to relearn the things that we already learned when it's exactly the same. I don't need to play Ragnaros and relearn the same... like visually raid that I've already done. I don't need to relearn it again. Just put new content, new raids. Should have been new raids? Yes, they should. Yes, but only stuff that already exists in original Azeroth. Karazhan and Grim Batul. Yes, propose raids that already exist in the world, plus create some new interesting content. I think this. There's so much already that they can do, I feel like. They don't need to come up with something new, because then I feel like it kind of falls flat if they come up with something new. I honestly don't want to do the same old raids for 1 year, then finally get new raids after we finish all classic raids again. No, but what I mean is I don't want to do the same raids, but then all it is that they have 2 more mechanics. I want to do new raids that have new mechanics, but we can still have... I want to have a fresh, and then from the fresh, after Nax, you get all these Classic Plus things. It's hard when he has like said all these random like these options, but you have like you can't write anything. kind of need this proposed raids answer though, unless you want the content to be done after 2-3 years. Yeah, but that's the thing is like, do you want to play this or do you want a new fresh as well? Do you want to play this for 3 years? I doubt people want to play this for 3 years. It doesn't need to like... I'm trying to think. I think it should continue after the original Classic, aka Nax patch. It should continue from there. It shouldn't like start fresh as fresh Classic. It should start from the Nax patch and then go from there with new raids, new zones, all these things, and then you can have another fresh on all these things. But what they can do is they can take all like, well then people just want to play the new things, which is kind of, yeah, I see the point. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about the raids, how it should work, or how the phases should work. But for it to make sense, I feel like it should... Classic Plus should come from Classic. It shouldn't start as a whole new game. AKA, we should do it next, and then we get new content. Section 4, the player. Should Classic Plus have new playable races? And if so, which of the following categories would be acceptable? Check all that apply. And the races for future expansion. I want a furry race. I think it should be race combos added more. I'm not sure about races, like what makes sense. I don't know. Should Classic Plus have new classes? This is also very hard because that new class will be fucking broken as fuck, man. And we all know it. It's so hard to imagine something and how much it will break it. It's so hard. And also there's two brains right now. There is the fucking... There's one brain that is here, that is the casual. And there's one brain that is here, that is the hardcore player. And you have to balance it here somehow. If you go over this line, the other, like, this player base will get angry. And if you go over this line, this player base will be angry. So, to be fair, it's mostly this that gets angry. These just don't play because it's too hard or too annoying to play. I guess I have no. I'm leaning more to no, I think. Should new race come? Yes. I think there should be new race combos. Yes. Don't allow any race. Here I kinda agree with lore-wise. I want my dwarf mage, man. I want my dwarf mage. I want to be OP as fuck and play dwarf mage. That's all I want, bro. Should the Horde have paladins and lions? Yes. I think it's time. I think it doesn't matter that much. I really don't think it matters. Should classes be reworked? New base abilities and spells, class roll. Oh. The thing about Classic is really nice because it's not balanced. It's not supposed to be balanced. It's supposed to be like some classes are a bit lower in the power section, and some is better. Like there's different classes that are good on other things than other classes are. Like I hate that every class should be able to kill every. It shouldn't be equal. I hate that. I really hate that. I don't know why, but I feel like you should, as a mage, I should be having an edge versus some classes, where warriors have an edge versus other classes. I like that more games like it. I don't like where everyone is fucking balanced to the. Everything is equal. Everything is like. I don't know, man. But adding spells, oh my fucking god. It's the worst decision you can do in this godforsaken game. Stop adding retail dumb things to the game, bro. Yeah, go crazy with it, bro. Some quality of life ads. Some quality of life ads. To time we recall project Warlock summoning gate. No. No. Of the following, which is the most important change needed to raid buffs in Classic Plus? You may not pick multiple, but only pick your biggest concern. You may want to pick multiple, but only pick your biggest concern. Okay. Raid buffs should cost less mana. I could not care less. Raid buffs should no longer require region. I don't care. Raid buffs should be single cast raid wide. I don't care. Raid buffs should be combined so multiple classes can buff different things. Like in Votel. No. Leave it. I mean, it's kind of annoying to press Arcane Intelligence, so let's do that. Should talent specs be reworked? Specia... I'm trying to think. The thing is, some classes are really shitty. But again, that's what the beauty of the game. In World PvP, there's not one class I can think of that is like insanely shit, that it can't like do anything. I like to have a class which, if you are underpowered, you have to work extra or find a different way to make your class more in par with other classes. I like to find these art like it could either come from like a gather, it can come from a gear, it can come from like another playstyle. It's fun to figure things out. It doesn't have to be like you give them all the tools possible. Prot Paladin, yeah, but all tanks. Well, I don't know. Should a tank be a PvP spec? I don't know. They're gonna fuck it up? Yeah, of course they are. Place the hero class. Okay, dude. Shut up. Mages are not an hero class. What are you talking about? Somewhat, but only with a light touch. Jesus. Should a fourth new talent specialization be added for classes like Guardian, Druid, Tank Shaman? No. Should every specialization be competitive in both PvE and PvP? This is what I mean by they're trying to make everything equal all the time. Why make everything equal? Why can't you like... Isn't it fun to actually like work for something and get rewarded? Isn't it fun to duel a mage 10 times as a warrior and then finally you figure something out where it actually like your gameplay makes sense? Maybe after the charge and the mage blinks away, maybe instead of going towards the mage, oh wait, I can actually go here, so the mage can't sheep me, so the mage actually has to, you know, do something else. It also depends what PvP do you mean? In Classic PvP, you rely on each other in PvP. You rely on like all your players in like a battleground. You rely on, you know, the rogue to do his thing, the healers to be in the back to heal, the tanks to go in to create space, the mages to sheep and CC. Guardian Druid is such a dumb idea. Farah already does it. I gave it a buff hybrid Druid only though. That's the thing. Everyone is against changes, but if they buff their class, it's fine. Instead, he used rank 1 Frostbolt and the fight is GG. No, it's not. Versus any good mage, of course it's GG. Because that's how the game is, like... Warriors are not supposed to beat a certain class, but you can by implementing these different things, these different tactics. You just have to find a dumb mage and you win. Realistically, would the majority opinion be good for Classic Plus? No. Because the majority is casual. The majority is not hardcore. They're so far away from the hardcore player base that it's not it. The majority right now is casual players and Twitch streamers to promote their game. And Twitch streamers love casual players because you can fool a casual player to do whatever you want. You can fool them to say whatever you want. And you, as a Twitch streamer, is a god to all the classic, the other casual players, because they look for content. They want instant things. So they want instant guides. They want instant, like, YouTube fucking guides. They want the casual player right now. They just consume so much content that they would never go into the world themselves to figure something out. But a player base need both the casual players and the hardcore players. Because these are the majority and these are, you know, a smaller group, but if the hardcore players doesn't push the game forward, this little or this big group of casual players, they don't find things that can be changed. Should every specialization be competitive in both PvP? In some way, but it shouldn't be equal. Should dual specialization be implemented? Yes, because it's already been and it's already been accepted. Should new professions be added? Yes, but depends what those professions are. If it's game breaking, which all new things that is getting added in is probably going to be very good. All the new classes, all the new races, all the new professions, all the new... Everything of that is going to be better than things that already are implemented. Because, like, this game didn't think about today's standard when all the professions were made or, like, things like that. So new professions is going to be insanely good and probably everybody's going to want it. Should professions be updated to have more endgame? This I can agree with. That you can upgrade it with new stuff or maybe revamp it somehow. But also it's just so hard to balance these things. Holy shit, we've done 1 out of 4. I'm already pissed off. Oh! There's 5 of each sections. Oh my god, we're gonna be here all day. Pick top 3. Oh my god, I need some water. Okay, maybe we need to speed this up. I'm sorry if I'm fucking rambling. Jesus Christ, bro. How much did this guy do? What the fuck? Pick the top 3 dungeons you enjoy leveling Classic WoW. Yeah. I wonder, okay. Okay, the top 3 I like. Why do you guys think I like Zul'Farrak? Why do you think I like the Temple of Atal Hakar the most? And BRD. Why do you think I like these 3 the most to level in? Magus? Yeah, because you can fucking AoE level in those. Now pick the top 3 dungeons you think that need major revamping. Oh my god. Stockades needs. Stockades is dog shit. BFD, I don't really care. No one really does it if it really does. He's already been doing with Sold. It was kind of shit. I would see SM get a revamp. It's pretty cool, but it also had kind of been done. Uldaban needs a revamp. Holy fuck, what a shitty ass instance. I don't care, man. Lower, I guess, because I hate this instance. At launch, given an affinitive amount of developer at launch, given affinitive finite amount of developer resources, should more effort be put into creating entirely new dungeons or improving old dungeons? New dungeons will be more fun to experience at launch. Focus on them. Try to balance between 2. Make some new ones. Find the extra bad. Yeah, I like that. New dungeon can come whenever. Old ones are in dire need to work out. Should more open world dungeons and quests associated with be added? Think areas like Jadnar in Fellwood. Jadnar in Fellwood? Is that a dungeon? Or is it like the big cave or what? Karin Arathi. Open worlds are boring. I can take any number of friends in there and destroy them so they will never be challenging. How do you feel about rare spawns inside the dungeons? Those are cool. Yeah. How do you feel about lockout caps? Prevent OP classes from farming certain enemies. Yeah, 5 per hour has always worked. You don't really need to fucking change that. How do you feel about dungeons having a rotating or random boss spawn with specific loot? Ring of Law in BRD, Edge of Madness, I like them. Should there be heroic dungeons in Classic Plus? No. Should there be a Mythic Plus style dungeon? No. Should certain bosses or areas be locked behind requiring a specific class or profession? Should certain bosses or areas be locked behind requiring a specific class or profession in your dungeon group? No. Should player power chase items be extremely low drop rate item in dungeons, or should also be cosmetic drops? Fellstrike, Ironfoe. No, because it's fun to when it finally drops. It has to be a grind. If everybody have it, it's just so boring. Should there be solo challenges? Mage Tower, etc. Oh. Should Dungeon Finder be implemented? If so, teleport you to dungeon, or... I thought I already did this. No. Yes, but only as in-game UI as is forming group, yes. Should summoning stones outside? No. One out of 5. How would you rate the story as a whole in Vanilla WoW? I mean, it's the best story ever. Do you feel Classic WoW does a good job explaining the stories telling? Is this just RP stuff? Somewhat, I guess. What is the best major story told in Classic WoW? The story of Blizzard not destroying the game by making Classic Plus another sword. I don't know. What is the worst story you're aware of told in Classic WoW? Bro. The worst story? I don't care, bro. The story when Blizzard don't mess up Classic Plus. Should Caverns of Time be added as a tool for Dungeons raid lore? No, the Caverns of Time doesn't belong in Classic Plus. I don't care. Should minor factions reputation be expanded on? Check all you'd be interested in seeing get a bigger part in the lore of the game. Why is there so much lore, man? Can we... I have to answer these. I mean, these are cool, but like, sure. Yeah, I like the team on hold. I don't know why. Sure. It's important to you if the story told in leads from phase to phase? No. Should each phase or cluster of phases conclude a storyline before picking up a new arc? No opinion. Which of the following villains, major enemies in WoW, would you consider have a compelling story? Jesus Christ, bro. Hogger. Anyone else you'd like to mention about the lore? Yes, it does not matter. Just give us better content. Quest and leveling. How do you feel about the leveling? What is these words, bro? Cadence? Cadence?
Cadence.
Cadence. Jesus. How do you feel about the leveling cadence of Vanilla World of Warcraft? Cadets. Bro. It's just right. Should Classic Plus have phased level caps that raised over time until we eventually hit 60 like in SOD? No. Rank these quest type in terms of how much you like them. Which one being your favorite type. Oh my god, bro. Can you guys do this for me? I can't be asked. There's so much to do. Do you feel like the flow of quests in Vanilla Valencia from zone to zone? I don't really quest as AoE grind, but should there be more quest hubs within existing zones? I mean, yeah, there should be more quests. There should be more things to do in the world. How do you feel about puzzle quests? No. Jesus, man. Puzzle quest doesn't work because no one really cares. Like, everybody just goes like, oh, let me go. Everybody goes this. And they go, guides, classic. It doesn't work. How, wait, can I say these quests are too complicated? They should be simplified clearly instead of, yeah, I guess. How do you feel about repeatable quests in general? I don't like the dailies though. I don't really like the dailies. That's a retail thing they're trying to add here. Why is there no opinion here? Why do I have to have an opinion on repeatable quests? Like, some of these doesn't have no opinion. Like, why? It's like he's like, oh, this one. These quests are boring. Should there be more daily, weekly world quests? Should there be more daily, weekly world quests? No. The way stop giving retail ideas. The way retail world does world quests does not fit in. Yeah. Should every class get more class quests on top of their already existing ones? I already answered this question, bro. How do you feel about group quests while leveling? Group quests are fine as long as they aren't too numerous. I should be able to do zones without needing a group. Yeah. Who's getting all the... right now it's playing Flappy Bird sound effects. Okay. Should quest reward gear be buffed? Somewhat. Should attunements be streamlined, made easier? No. And if you touch the Onyx attunement questline, I'll lock you away with Marsha Winds. Should attunements be account-wide? No. How would you feel if Classic Plus had prestige levels, where you could level above but gain no play points? Sounds cool, I guess. I don't know how that would work, but sure. No opinion. What if the prestige levels gave small bonuses to professions? Flight path speed. Fucking zooming out of Ironforge. And generally made it easier to do things on your account. It depends. I'd have to see it, yeah. Should there be heirloom type items? No. How would you feel if your alt gets increasingly more XP the more max level character you had? No. Should Classic Plus allow XP toggling for twinking? No opinion. Should there be level up raids that gives strong items but require 12? But no. How do you feel about catch up raids? I don't really care as long as the content is fun. Catch-up raids are great for getting alts and more. How do you feel about RP elements in raids? Bro, I have no opinion. How do you feel about raids getting nerfed days, weeks, month after launch? No, why? Just fucking figure it out, bro. Nerf should happen once, announcement well ahead of time, and then never again for the content. Given the choice of a new raid being spoiled by PTR, but launch relatively bug-free. No, I prefer PTR. 100%. There has to be testing in the game. We can't just beta test live all the fucking time in this game, bro. Who cares if it's spoiled? Like, rank your ideal raid size for Classic Plus. I already said this. Oh my god. I have to... Okay. How do you feel about raids and or bosses requiring resistance in Classic Plus? I don't care, whatever. Should raid have multiple difficulty levels? No, keep the one difficult. How would you want difficulty of raids in Classic Plus to be? The giveaway should be about as hard as some of the raids were in Sword, though for some easier for others, but different in the hard. The thing is, it should be harder in the beginning. It should be really hard until you actually get the gear to progress from each boss, I feel like. If there were different difficulties of raids, how should the loot differ? Should all that apply? Better stats and or bonuses, higher rarity. I don't care. Other. Should cooldown resets in raids after wipe successful kill? Wait, what? No. Leave it vanilla. How do you feel about world bosses? World bosses and the competition to get them are fun and part of what makes Classic great. Yes. And I'd be disappointed to see them change. Yes. How would you want world bosses to look in Classic Plus? World bosses should be more accessible to everyone. No. Stop. I like world bosses but feel like the instanced version didn't really capture the magic of them. Maybe some type of hybrid where they can spawn in and the world and inside. No. World should never be instance, thank you. It makes the super lame and not fun. The race to tag it, and yes. How do you feel about limited time event like the AQ Gate event spawning content in the world within a set limited time frame? I love these events. How do you feel about quests that require you to enter multiple raids? Thunder Fury required MCPVL. I don't care. How do you feel about bosses cycling week to week or mechanics changing over time? What is this? Sold things? What? I don't know about. I didn't play this. Why can't I have no opinion on this? Why do I have to 100% like some of these questions, bro? I shouldn't have to relearn. How long should raid gear remain relevant on average? Jesus. Current gear should be around for 2+ tiers, I think, yeah. Should a phase scheduled in Classic Plus reorder the raid? The thing is, I like that MC kind of has like playability because some items in there is still really good. In Nax, you know? Yeah, I don't see a clear answer. Should the phase schedule in Classic Plus reorder the raid release schedule of original vanilla? What? Yes, give me a new phase schedule to experience. No, Classic should just add more after Nax. This, yes. Should Classic Plus allow gold DPS? Yes, I already answered this. Why? Dude, there's so many. Holy fuck. There's so much, bro. I didn't think it was this much. What the fuck is going on? And call me out if I'm fucking delusional here, like answering these questions, because I'm kind of trying to speed some of them here. We can't just fucking discuss for 10 years in one question. Do you want new continents, world dimensions added Classic Plus? Yeah, of course, if it depends if it's done well. If yes, shake all you'd like to see, not as they launch, but vanillafied. Hydrol. No, this has already been done. This has all been done. This has already been done. Uldum. Tulbara. Aj. Why do we have... We already done these. The Lost Isles. Emerald Dream. Balor. Island of the Coast of Stormwind. I've never heard about this. I mean, I guess. Are these in vanilla or what? These two? I don't know. Would you prefer Blizzard? Let me see. Would you prefer Blizzard focus on improving existing zones or adding new ones at launch? Yeah, I need to focus. I'm zoning out. There's too many questions. Would you prefer Blizzard focus on improving existing zones or adding new ones at launch? Improving existing, adding new ones, somewhere in between. I mean, I want them to add new ones, but it shouldn't be the ones we already have in other expansions. Should there be more fast travel option in Classic? No. Jesus Christ, bro. Is there no answers? There's no answer here. What? I have to choose a new fast travel option for Classic Plus. That's what you're telling me. I guess flight paths then? I don't know. Should certain fast traveling option be unlocked via... No. Would you want to see more rare spawns, rare events in the world? I mean, yeah, it could be cool. How would you feel about more open world mini bosses? Akin to world bosses, but cater to 5 players? No. No, open world content should primarily be soloable. Should there be more PvP locations and events in the zone? Yes. Yes. Remove PvP areas in the open world. Fucking hell, bro. They should have more, but it should give more things to do. Blood Moon was the fucking worst fucking event though. Holy fuck. Dog shit. EPL doesn't really do anything because you don't get anything. Same with Silithus. Silithust? What is Silithust? Oh, is that the name of the thing? Oh, I thought it was Silithus. Should the phases in Classic Plus feature limited time or rotating world events? I have no opinion. Should the phases of the Classic Plus progress through to change the world in a permanent way? No, Classic Plus should always retain the old world feeling. It's a lot of dumb questions, bro. Okay, classes and talent system. Here we go. Here we go. Let me take a sip of water. How would you rate the class balance in vanilla WoW? Perfect. Okay, I can't say it's perfect, but it's like, it's very, I like it because I don't like it that it is balanced. Do you think any balancing needs to happen for Classic Plus? If so, how should they be balanced? I mean, it has to be, if you're adding more things, that thing has to be balanced. Oh my god, dude. This is what I mean, dude. Fucking true balance. Everything close in TPS. I guess this is PvE related or something, but... I guess that. Classes can have different damage profiles, but they all need important utilities, so you bring them. Which are the following talent trees, in your opinion, need major revamping? Here we go. Here we go. I mean, the only thing I can think about is Red Paladin, because it's not done. Protection Paladin. Protection Warriors, because it's obsolete. I guess Balance Druid. Arcane Mage. But it depends, like, what do you mean major, bro? Just like fix like 1 or 2 spells maybe, or like make it so... Why do we have to fucking do everything? But I guess that's what they want me to say. Should new roles for some classes be added to Classic Plus? Check all you like to see. Yeah, I want my sword healing mage back, bro. Give me this back. I really want my healing mage back, bro. It was so much fun to heal. Oh, Blood Moon, big lag fest with melee's getting farmed for mount. Yeah, it was awful fucking event. SLOC nerf. SLOC is not that bad. It's just like some classes are really good in phase 1 or phase 2. SLOC is not that hard to beat in phase 6. All this makes me not want Classic Plus at all. Yeah, same, dude. It's just too much stuff. I guess Tank Paladin new role is Gucci. I don't know, bro. Tank Rogue. Other pitch in. Pitch it in the content pages. Okay. Should classes receive new or adjusted abilities to make the rotation more interesting, as they did or tried to in SOD? If no abilities get added to classes, how should they be learned? Via trainer. How would you feel if the talent trees in Classic Plus were larger? Meaning they went further down, okay? No, bro. Don't change the talent trees. How would you feel if each talent tree had a capstone talent choice? The fuck is a capstone talent choice? Meaning the bottom of the tree had 2 distinct talents. What is this? Some fucking retail stuff again, bro. Like, why? Should every class get a movement speed, talent, or ability? No. Should Mass Resurrection be a spell in the game? No. Should damage over time, heal, or time spells be able to crit baseline for all classes, bro? Why? No. Should each class in Class Plus have one spec tailoring... Ugh, I need water. I want healing rogue. I show you. Fuck it. I'll put my balls online. They're gonna fuck it up badly because people will take the survey for shits and giggles just to fuck it up purpose. I do think this survey has some sort of... I feel like this guy's like he was planted by Blizzard or something. As a content survey, but secretly he works at Blizzard. I get that like thing about him. Because I've never heard of him before, except these Classic Plus things. But I guess people have other people have known about him. Yeah, he's like a Blizzard plant, bro. I swear to God, I get that feeling about him. That they planted a content creator that is old, that has some people have seen maybe. And then they made this insane survey. Like, why would they make all this time on this huge fucking survey if this has nothing to do with it? I don't buy it. He's a fucking plant, dude. Why can't we about none of the above on some very important questions? Yeah, some of them is like there's no opinion or none of the above. But if I take no opinion, does that mean that they can fucking do whatever they want? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's weird. Should each class in Classic Plus have one spec tailored specifically for PvP? No. We're now going to ask you a question about your experience with each class, and depending on the answer, we'll present you with questions about the class. Jesus. We want to emphasize the goal is balance among the classes. I'm gonna eat my mic, dude. I'm gonna eat my mic. Think about your answer and consider if your truth is beyond. Can I click all these? What happens then? Bro, My head hurts so much, bro. Okay, I can play mage, I can play priest, I can play rogue. Okay. How would you rate Vanilla WoW Arcane Mage kit in terms of solo content? Bro. What do you mean? Holy fuck, man. What? Yeah, I play Arcane Mage, bro. I mean, in raid content is fucking 10. PvP content is 1. But I still use Arcane. Like, what do you mean Arcane Mage kit? You always you always spec into Arcane. You never ever not take in an Arcane tree. So what the fuck do you mean with an Arcane Mage? I guess 10 in PvP content as well. Like, bro, how would you rate it? Rate it now. What do you mean an Arcane Mage? Solo content. My brain hurts so much. How would you? I'm gonna take this as how would you rate the vanilla Arcane Mage tree, and how much would you use it in these types of scenarios? I always use it in PvP content. I always use it in raid content. In 5-man dungeon content, like, what does this mean? Solo content? Like, sure, but does this mean leveling? Or what do you mean solo content? How would you rate vanilla? Okay, so this is just Frost Mage and Fire Mage. Fire Mage. And does this mean I don't think it should be like? Does this mean we should nerf it or what? I'm gonna eat my mic. I'm gonna eat something out of my mic and then chew it and spit it out. This guy's forehead. Like, what does this mean? That I think fucking mages are OP or what? Yeah, nerf mages now, yes. Should enemies in raid dungeons have various element immunities to require mage to change what they cast? Jesus Christ. They already are. Yeah, that's a fun RPG element. Yeah, that's fun. It's so much fun when I throw my frostball into something that is immune. Oh, that's fun. That's fun gameplay. Why can I say none of the above? Why do I have to say no opinion? Should Ignite be rollable by one mage over all the other, or should it be a personal debuff that each mage can roll their own? Leave it as vanilla. Should mana gems be in Classic Plus? No, just remove mana gems. We don't need it. Frost Mage in PvE at 10? No way. What do you mean? You use Arcane Frost more than you use Fire Mage. I mean, I guess it's an Arcane Frost then, if that's what you mean. So I mean, you don't do a fully or like more Frost Mage related spec. Yes, remove. Yes, it should be Arcane Classic Plus. How boring is it to you that Arcane gets a rework? It's not important. If shamans got the ability to cast Bloodlust, should mages also get Time Warp? No. Should mages get the ability to cast teleport portals to more places in the world? Yes. I want all the portals to all the zones. Yes. Finally a good question, bro. Give me fucking 20 more portals so I don't have to walk a little bit extra. This is a good question. I love this question. Should mage portals be able to be used by players not in the mages group? No. Then we can't sell portals, bro. What do you mean? That sounds great, sure. They can never be... someone can just take my portal? What the fuck? Fuck off, bro. It's my portal. Get the fuck away. Should mages create the best water food in the game? Yes. Don't change the mage water. No, either remove their ability to craft the best water food or add an equivalent to the vendor. What? I swear to God, who made these questions, bro? Ooh, Disc Priest. Here we go. Solo content's probably really bad. 5-man dungeons, really bad. Raid content 10, PvP 10. How would you rate Vanilla's Shadow Priest? Solo content, pretty good. 5-man dungeons, really bad. Raid content, really bad. PvP content, OP as fuck. How would you rate Holy Priest in terms of solo content? Pretty bad. 5-man content, pretty good. Raid content, pretty good. PvP content, pretty bad. Priest should priest Rachel's abilities baseline no lead as was. Should Holy Priest 31 points talent Lightwell be adjusted? And if so, how? Why does it cares about Lightwell, bro? How would you feel if this priest playstyle leaned away from direct heals and more towards a different healing playstyle? And if so, which do you prefer? Make it like Votor Disc Priest, where Power Word Shield is its primary ability. I mean, to be fair, I really like this space in Votil though. Sure, not sure how though. Should Classic Plus support a Smite Priest DPS spec? No. The survey is cooked. What the fuck is that? 2005 Chrysler Town and Country touring on eBay listed for 4,500 USD. Bro, what the fuck is that emote? Are you trying to sell a car, bro? Should Shackland be adjusted to work on all enemy types, not just undead? No. Rogue. Solo content 10. Fireman content 10. Raid content 10. It's not 10, maybe 8. PP content 10. How would you rate... Oh. Combat Rogue. Combat Rogue is pretty bad in PvP. How would you rate Vanilla WoW? Sub. Solo content 6. Fireman Dungeon 7. Raid content is pretty bad. Raid content is 10 here. PP content probably 10, right? Assassination, yo. Solo content, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Which of following rogue archetypes, if supported, would you be most excited to play? Ooh, rogue tank, bro. I'm gonna go back and press all the classes, and I'm just gonna ruin all classes except mages. With all these fucking dumb ideas. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Should rogue tank be a viable thing for us? No. Should different weapons specialized for rogue have distinct playstyle of them? Fist weapon play different from swords. Should Classic Plus lean into the poison rogue archetype? Should Classic Plus remove the requirement to level your lock picking skill and just have it increase with the rogue's level? No, I want them to fucking suffer and open box it for hours and hours. That's what I want. Leave it. Profession survey. How much do you enjoy the current profession system in Classic WoW? Rank the following person for how much you enjoy in engineering. Herb. Alsh. I love fishing, it's fun. Blacksmith, I don't really care. Mining is up here. Cooking, I don't care. Tailoring is up here. First aid is up here. Chanting, I don't really care. How useful do you believe the current profession system in Vanilla Classic are for the following? For leveling, I mean, it's kind of useful. Sometimes you can like skin and sell shit, but you don't really do like gear and then put it on. So you're gonna make mages the weakest class? Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Is my car fucking fuck? For raiding, I mean, it's very much useful for raiding. For PvP 10 as well. Do people do this whole fucking survey? I feel like it's like 10 hours long, bro. If you go like, oh, I'm gonna discuss this question for super long. How can you take this? It's just too much. How can you take all this seriously when there's like 100 questions, bro? They've been doing it in the span of 3 days. It takes 3 days to do the survey. Bro, we're speeding this. How much do you agree with the following statement? Many of ingredients required for crafting professions are too hard to find. What? You just go to the auction house. What do you mean? Should gathered professions be changed to secondary professions? I see how this could be nice, but at the same time, man, I don't know how that would work. There would be no nodes anywhere. There would be there would be 0 nodes if everybody had all the gathering. Like, you would never find a node anywhere. Should professions give experience? I like the way that they can add different things to give experience, like PvP, maybe professions, but like someone is gonna fucking abuse this. Maybe for gathering, I don't know. Should professions be rebalanced to give more value to diverse professions choices? Engineering less required. No, I love engineering. Should Classic Plus add profession specs? Dragon leather working armor to more professions. I mean, sure. But like, it depends what it is. I don't know. It depends. Why on this is the only question I can actually write my own one. It's the only one. It depends what you can make. Should gear created while you're leveling be more relevant or accessible? No, it doesn't matter. Should profession quests require that you learned the profession to complete or allow you to purchase the items for someone with the profession instead? That's a mouthful. What the fuck is this question? Should professions quest require that you learn the profession to complete or allow you to purchase the item for someone with the profession instead? No professions gates add unique questing experience. Yes, allow me to purchase the quest items. Should you be able to use gathering professions on corresponding elements like in TBC? No. Should Black Lotus be more accessible? Yes. Which of these new races would you want to see in Classic Plus? Damn, you're starting this one with a strong one. How long is survey? I don't know, man. I thought this was like a not super long, but I guess we're sitting here all day. People gonna be tired and just like whatever. Yeah, I mean, most of the questions you don't really care about, depending what you are, right? If you're a PvP player, you don't really care about PvP stuff. If you're a PvP player, you don't really care about PvE. So like a lot of these questions, like they don't care. Oh my god, yes. Vulpera, please. Here we go. Oh. I wanna be able to be a cat or a dog. I also wanna be able to be a helicopter that can shoot. Okay. I don't know, bro. Vulpera. Completely new races we've never seen that are not OP as hell, so you have to pick them. I guess we're going with that. I don't really know about these. Like Blood Death, of course not, because it's already been. Draenei as well. Goblins, yes. Hasn't. We shouldn't do these that has already been in other expansions. Should be something new. How do you feel about neutral races? I don't like them. If neutral races are added, I don't like them. At what level should they be forced to choose a faction? 1 to 10. Out of 1 to 10, how much do you like the current racial trait system in Classic WoW? Various resistances, weapon profession expertise, and utility bonuses. What? I think it's perfect. It could use some changing. Yes. How do you feel about rebalancing the racial abilities in Classic? No, please. How would you feel about cross-faction play in Classic Plus? Cross-faction play? Allow it in Dungeons and Raid? No. No, I don't think. I don't think. Maybe like Alliance versus Alliance in Battlegrounds and stuff like that is fine if the makes it that the queue is less or something. Murlocs and Furballs. You guys want to be a Murloc, run around. How do you feel about the current faction dynamic? Add a third faction. It would keep the game fresh. It's crucial to the lore, guys. Should gear mounts be faction specific? Yep, keep the Horde looking the Horde and the lines looking like the lines, yeah. Should certain content like quests or dungeons be exclusive to particular factions' races? Should certain content like quests or dungeons be exclusive to particular faction? Should the regular auction house be cross-faction? No. Oh, we have 4 more, guys. Oh, of course, the PvP survey is all the way in the back that no one cares about. That's insane, dude. They have the PvP ones when people are already tired of this fucking survey. How do you feel about gold sinks in WoW? Gold sinks? What do you mean? No opinion. What kind of gold sinks would you be okay with being in Classic Plus? I don't care, bro. More expensive flight paths. Also, like, things you can spend your gold at. I have no opinion, bro. Can we... Unlocking additional fast travel options. No, no travel, bro. I have to answer this. I have to take one of these. It's insane, bro. Why? They're all shit. Consumables, I guess. Should Classic Plus have tabas for certain reputation to allow you to get no? Should Classic Plus allow you to level certain reputation beyond Exalted as prestige level, granting additional cosmetic items? I mean, I have no opinion. How do you feel about certain reputations being linked and choosing one prevents you from gaining reputation from the other? No opinion. How would you want to see an account bound item in Classic Plus that gave you double rep gains for that reputation once? This is so specific. No. Should Classic Plus feature additional minor reputations with very difficult grinds that grant prestige items? Blood Set, Barcadeas, Winter Spring. Yeah, I like these. Actually, it's cool because then you can actually see it. I have done something in the game. I only have 3 left, guys. Hold! Itemization. Should some BIS items for PvP be solely available as a reward for PvP participations? I'm gonna eat my mic, dude. Should classes get a strong buff when they wear a full set of gear in their highest equipable equipment type? No. Should progressive phases introduce... I have no opinion. Should progressive phases introduce gear that nearly always has higher base stat? It's gonna break this. You gotta use it. Nearly always has a high base stat gear. I don't know, bro. Do you like that certain items can remain powerful and for several phases? Yes, this is what I talked about. I really like this. Should legendaries in Classic Plus always be weapon or also other gear? No, it could be other things. Should legendary weapons items remain biz for the entire lifetime? I mean, probably if you fucking worked for a super long time. Should every class get access to legendary rests? No. Should weapon skill remain in game? Yes. Because I don't have to do it because I'm a mage. And everyone else is gonna suffer. He's gonna destroy it. Oh. What stats, if any, should be added to gear in Classic Plus? Oh yeah. Let me add resilience, bro. Oh yes. Yes. Magic penetration. Why do... None. No. Don't add. Should resistance remain a stat on items? Yes. Should gear score eye level be relevant stat for players in Classic Plus? No. Should healing power and spell power be combined into one stat? No. Should more diverse gear affixes be added? Example of the soldier of the sorcerer. What? I guess no. Should attack power and ranged attack power be combined? No. Should crit and hit chance change to a rating instead of a flat percentage? What? Should casters have a base stat, int or something else that directly give them spell power? Like, no. Should Classic Plus have the ability to reforge your gear? No. Jesus Christ. 2 left. What versions of layers would you want to see? Oh my god, bro. Yes, give me layers. How much how would you feel if spell badging was in Classic Plus? Oh, it was originally, yeah. But it depends how it is. Like, it's very hard. It's so many different ways to well, how the spell badging is. I'll probably remove it though. How do you feel about the measures? I have no opinion, man. I don't know. It's too hard. It depends what spell you're talking about. How do you feel about the measures taken by Blizzard to prevent boosting within dungeons? Yeah, I loved when they nerfed my class. I loved it, bro. That plays boost. How would you feel if mobs scaled with your level in the open world? No level scaling. How do you feel about the various currencies in World of Warcraft? There are too many. Currencies are important. Yeah, it depends what factions you're in, what you're doing. What version of consumables would you want to see in Classic Plus? Jesus. I have no opinion. Should Classic Plus increase? It depends. I mean, it depends on. I guess it's just PvE, but in PvP it matters. Should Classic Plus increase the view distance of enemy nameplates? Yes. It's so dumb to only have 20 yards. Should weapon skill remain a mechanic in Classic Plus? Yes. I want you all to suffer. All you human males. Suffer for me. Should there be a war mode in Classic Plus? Oh my fucking god, bro. How would you rate the original PvP ranking? It's awful. I think they must be talking about the original ranking system, right? How would you change the original honor system? I mean, it's already been changed. It's fine how it is, just make it harder. Original ranking system, keep it the way it was. Same system, just move the decay as it is today. Well, this has already been fixed, bro. Why don't I have another answer here, bro? Same system, just remove the weekly rank system. Honor goes up, rank goes up. Ranks are very set amounts and... Oh, it's right here. Yeah, but you have to make it harder because it's way too easy right now to rank. How would you feel if rank was uncapped? Where upon hitting max rank, you could continue to prestige, but gain no additional power. Would you want arena in Classic Plus? No. If yes, which arena size would you want to see? But I said no, but I still have to answer this. How would you feel about the 1v1 arena ranked dueling system? Yes! Should you be able to mac around another player, which would mean when the loser dies at the end of a duel, they'll never be able to resurrect? I mean, sure, I guess, but why have this in... I love to take every dog's life. Heck yeah, remove AV. Which of the following would you want to see a PvP gear? See on PvP gear, if any. Pick as many as you'd like to see. Yeah, I really want resilience. Yes, give me resilience. PvP set bonuses. I mean, we already have that, right? Stat, eye level normalization. Oh my god, this is the most dumb thing ever. PvP gear, eye level scaling. Higher the PvE gear when disabling or tuning certain overpowered PvE weapons, trinkets, etc. None of the above. Should dishonorable kills exist? Yes. How important is it to you that Blizzard add new battlegrounds to Classic Plus? I mean, they should add one. It is quite important. If they add raids, they should add battleground. Should more world PvP objectives be added? Yes. Rate the following world PvP objectives. Battle for Ashenvale. It was so bad. Blood Moon event. I've never played it, so I don't know. Watchtower control in EPL. It's really bad. Sound is bad. Like, no one does these. World boss tag wars in the various zones. This is good. Killing faction leaders, yeah. Who make these questions, bro? There's no objective to kill a faction leader. How should the following combat mechanics function in PvP? Oh god, here we go. Why are you for DHKs? Because why not? Why should... There has to be some sort of punish for people to kill the auction house 50 million times. Like there's gonna be so much. You understand? There's gonna be so much griefing of certain NPCs if there's no DKs. Blood Moon event was good, bro. Stop it, bro. How was the Blood Moon event good when you were facing in and out in a group 10 times over? You couldn't make a group. It was laggy as fuck. Everybody is just... It's just a fucking shit fest, bro. It was not good. How should the following combat mechanics function in PvP? Crowd control. Keep it as in Classic. Fear pathing. Keep it in. Harp resist. Remove. Or rework, I guess. Diminish returns. Keep it as in Classic. But... like, some is broken. So we have to have some sort of rework. That's the server, not event, bro. No. You don't understand. It doesn't matter what server it was. It was broken for so many times. Blood Moon had no lag towards the end of it because no one played the game anymore. That's why. Should resurrection timers be changed when they die repeatedly in PvP in the open world? I mean, they already are. Make them even longer. Should rated BGs be added? I don't really care, but sure. Should solo shuffle be added to Classic Plus? No. That's like a duel. I'll just have the duel system that I am working on, guys. I'm giving a little shout out to my what I'm doing. I'm working on a duel system where you can queue in Discord. You can get your rating and the leaderboard. And the end of the every season, we're gonna have a cash prize. So basically, you're going to queue up, get matched with another one. You're gonna duel. You're gonna put your results in, and it's gonna be a cash prize. I already donated 1,000 gold to season 1. Shout out EDL. Shout out EDL. Coming soon. Should war games be added? Unrated premium. I mean, they already are in. Should players be allowed to toggle off experience gain for PvP purposes? I mean, sure. I don't care. Should kills in PvP give experience? Yes, I think so. Should PvP trinket cooldown be reduced for 5 minutes? No. My cat is pressing yes. Get down. Should Battlegrounds, along with potentially Arena or other new PvP content, be released weeks or months after launch? Or right at the jump? So like, so you can rank or not rank from the beginning? I like the open world shit, man. I don't know. I know that a lot of people really like Battlegrounds from the beginning, but I don't know. I really like the open world shit. Have you seen the map concept? No, I haven't even gotten there, bro. I've been stuck with the service for 10 hours now. But we're finally complete. Commit results. Take more service. Wait, I can't see the results yet. Explore content. What is this?